I'm back. I have no idea why we froze, which is very inconvenient. Hello again, Belinda. That was very inconvenient. Why did it freeze? Most inconvenient. Yay, Leslie. That was very inconvenient, freezing like that. Not happy. I like it when it just carries on rather than freezes. Can't believe it. Hello there. Hi, Serena. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're all back. Typical, isn't it? First Facebook Live in a while and it freezes. Well, never mind. Never mind. Hello, Jane. It froze on us. Typical, isn't it? Just when we're getting going, it freezes. Just as we're getting going. Typical. Hello again, Anne. So yes, it decided to freeze on us. Hello again, Tracy. Hello there. Typical, isn't it? Just typical. Just as I'm getting going. I was quite enjoying myself there then. Quite enjoying myself. Can you believe it? So which one do I want now? So we're just waiting for, that's it. We've all come back. So we can just carry on because we've all come back. So I'm just going to carry on with this card just to make it a more cohesive design. And just to carry on where we left off. Hello, Diane. Hello there. Hello, everybody. So I'm just carrying on where I left off. I'm back. Can you believe it? I'm back. So typical, isn't it? Typical. So what I'm going to do is I'm just adding my pieces now, just to my card. So I'm not doing anything drastic. Is it in shock? The system must be in shock because I'm back. Do you think that's what it is? It's in shock because I'm back. So I'm just going to hold that down and then we'll make it pop a little bit more. Hello, Anne. May I ask, is that Pergamano scissors? It is indeed, Chantal, yes. It's Pergamano scissors, it is indeed. I like the Pergamano scissors because I like cutting out the fine detail with those. It works for me. Doesn't work for everybody, but it works for me. So I like using the Pergamano ones. So just holding that down. Thank you. And everybody's replying for you as well, Chantal. Everybody's replying. So what I'm going to do now is I want a touch of black. So we'll bring in this scrap of card. I just want some touches of black. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp this little bit here with a black ink pad. I just want to add a little bit of a black element just to my card, just to give it a little bit more of a pop. I've got no space on my desk, so I just want to stamp this little bit here, these little letters, and we're back. After got used to them, I adore the scissors. You see, it does, once you get used to them, I can't use anything else. But we all get used to different things, don't we? We all get used to different things. So I'm just going to give that a little blot because we're using the black. So just give it a little blot. And I'm just going to cut this out. It'll just give me some black, just to make it pop a little bit more. And it's just a little detail. Blot, I blotted, I did. Practice what you preach, Tracy. So I've blotted my letters. And then I'm just cutting out because I want to add a little black element. So let me show. Hello, Pam. So, hi, Ruth. How's your daughter? So we're just going to add this here like this, but I'm going to add a little pop of black, just a tiny pop of black. Let me put that there. Yeah, I just want a little pop of black. That's just a personal thing, but it works for me. I like the little pop of black. Just for me. I like the little touches. sticking to my finger. It seems, yeah, I tend to cut like that, yes. I cut like that, sort of leaning that on my forefinger, and I tend to cut like that, but I'm so used to them now, I don't even think about it. I don't even think about how I'm using them, because I've used the Pergamano scissors for over 20 years, so I don't even think about it now, how I'm using them. So I just want that pop of black popping out like so, and we're going to add more pops of black. But what we're going to do is we're going to add some shading. If you don't use it quickly, it disintegrates. So hope that all and create ones are better. Oh, what disintegrates? She got home today. Oh, bless her, Ruth. I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay. Oh, I've shared part 2. Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing. Bless you. So I'm just adding a touch of shading around here. Just adding a touch of shading around the circular area. And I'm using an Inktense grey pencil, an Inktense pencil, just to add a touch of shading around my circle, just to make it pop a little bit more. And sometimes I just love this process just because it's therapeutic. I love it because it makes things pop, and I find it quite therapeutic just to add the black shading. You know, when you've got little habits that you do, this is one of my little habits now, is just adding the shading just to the leaf and just to the circle. So I'm just going to blend that out. I use my 2 fingers. Yeah, I mean, we're all different, aren't we? It's whatever works best for you. But I practiced, and once I got used to them now, I don't even think about what I'm using. But we're just going to make this, and this is what I like about Facebook Lives. It's so relaxing. And if you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. We're amongst friends. So it doesn't matter if you make a mistake. We're just amongst friends. So we're just blending this out. So if any of you want to give it a try, you should give it a try and do a few Facebook Lives. It's surprising how relaxing it is, and it gets you out of your comfort zone. It gets you crafting. Just getting my pen. I know Kay does some Facebook Lives as well. So I'm trying to get the water flowing on my pen, which doesn't, that's it. So we're just blending this out. Now, don't forget, you've got Distress Oxides underneath. You've got Distress Oxides underneath, so it will activate some of those as well. You see, this is why I always say to you, don't judge your background straight away. If you're not in love with your background, give it chance to develop. Don't get too impatient with it. Give it chance to develop a little bit. Don't be too impatient. Things develop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my little girl here, like so. I'm going to add my little girl because we've got to add a paper doll. I've been learning how to paint with watercolours lately. Nothing intricate. Oh, it sounds lovely, Belinda. Lovely and relaxing. Colouring with watercolours. So I'm just going to add my paper doll here. She can sit there with her flowers. And we need a little bit more work yet. Just a little bit more work to get this finished off. Just need a little bit more work. And what I want to do now is just get a few more scraps. Oh, it's no problem, Valerie. How are you? Hello there. So we're this far, this is what we've done so far, Anne. But we just need to add a few more details. Just a few more details to make it sing a little bit more. Yeah, it is once you get used to the fear of cutting everybody off. Exactly, Kay. Exactly. It's a lovely way to share. I like sharing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the bigger stamp. Again, this is in the way now. This is why you need a bigger desk, Tracy. What we're going to do now is I'm just going to ink this leaf word just in the middle of the stamp. It's just in the middle of my stamp. So I'm hoping I can just get that little bit of text and just stamp it on the card. I just want that leaf word. Just, there you go, there's one. So I think, do I want it twice? Yes, I want this word twice. So we're just going to stamp it again. So there's always ways to use your stamps in so many ways. You can use little bits of them, you can use lots of it. I hope it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you demonstrate, because guess what? It's just all about sharing together. You might share a snippet that none of us know about, and it doesn't matter if we share techniques that we already know. It's about spending time together. It doesn't matter if we've done it before. It's just about spending the time together, and it's lovely. It's a lovely way to spend the time together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these out. On this one, I'm going to cut it a little bit longer because I want some of that background detail. Let me just move this out the way. We're just going to cut these out. Preferably straight would be an advantage. Cutting out straight would be lovely. Trust me, you don't need a bigger desk. Carol, honestly, the mess that I make is just ridiculous. So what's going to happen, cut a little bit more off there. This is how much I faff with little bits of card. So this is going here. I faff with bits of card like goodness knows what. The things I do with little bits of card. Because for me, the little touches are what make your piece sing. I just think that, you know, it's lovely that we can all share and we can all be together on the Facebook Lives. I think that's what is lovely. So this is where I faff a little bit now. This is what I call faffing. So I always faff a little bit, just because for me, it's part of the fun. Having the little faffy bits is what makes me happy. We all would attend, yes, but I just love the faffing. So just add that. Replying to Jane. Where's Jane now? I would too. Jane? Who would attend? We all would, Jane. We all would attend if he did a live. Of course we would. You know, it swings and roundabouts. You know, we all would attend. That's what it's about. It swings and roundabouts, you know. We all support each other. And that's what the group's about. We all support each other. So what I'm going to do now is stamp the sentiment. I'm now going to stamp the sentiment. And now our card is coming together. Our card is all coming together now. So I'm going to use this Grown with Love on the same Wellington stamp. There you go, lots of Me Toos. So Grown with Love, just add that. You get used to it. That one was my favourite background too. Yay, yay, Shirley, that's brilliant. So now you get used to it, Belinda. You get used to looking at the comments. Sometimes you read the comments in the wrong way and don't realise you're answering the wrong comment, but that's beside the point. What does it matter? And if you don't keep up with the comments, you can look at them afterwards. It doesn't matter. As long as you enjoy doing it, it's not a problem. Now I've got used to it. I enjoy speaking to everybody and communicating with everybody. I love communicating with everybody. So Grown. Oh, I can't hold it straight enough. Grown. And then we cut out with. So we're just adding the sentiment. It's now coming together. What are we saying? I'm only using my phone, Hope. I aren't using a camera, I'm using a phone. I'm using my phone, Hope. That's exactly what I'm using. So my phone is what I'm live on. That's exactly what I'm using. But don't let anybody put you off. If you fancy doing it, don't listen to anybody else. You just go for it. Right, so we're going to add this Grown with Love. Grown with Love. There we go. So we're just adding that Grown with Love. So now my card is definitely coming together now. My card is definitely coming together, and I can see that's an acrylic. Yes, it is. Thank you, Jennifer, Belinda. Thank you. It's an All and Create acrylic block that's flexible. So because it's flexible, it means that I can get the central area of the stamp. And it means that I can, because I've got that flexibility, I've got more chance of getting the whole image. Oh, it is, Jane. It's amazing what you can do with your smartphones. They're brilliant. I wouldn't be without my phone now. Absolutely not. I've had my phone for a long time. I don't change it very often. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add the shading. Don't forget to finish it professionally. Don't forget to finish it so it looks professional. Just so that you've got a bit of shading. If you don't want the shading, you don't add the shading. It's all about a personal touch. However you want to add your personal touches is entirely up to you. I like adding these personal touches. For me, these are what make me happy, adding the personal touches. Do the live on your phone and keep your iPad running. Exactly. So you do the live on your phone and I've got the iPad running so that I can see the comments. Because to be honest, the point of the Facebook Live for me is chatting with everybody. That's what I like doing. I like the fact that we're all communicating with each other. So now, my phone took a dive into the sea. Now that isn't a good thing. Having the phone in the sea might not work quite as well if it's done a dive in the sea. It might work a little bit, you know, it might have a little problem. So I wouldn't recommend diving in the sea with the phone. Hope to look back this weekend. Okay, Betty, I hope you're well, Betty. Hope you're keeping well. So I'm just adding the shading around here. Whoops, I keep knocking me non-stick craft sheet. And it's just about taking your time. And just so that I can finish it off with the last touches, we're going to have some index clips. So just to give some last touches, I never ever rush these little bits. I always add the last touches. Because for me, the finishing touches are important. So I'm just adding the index clip. And then when you matte and layer it, it looks different again. When you matte and layer it, it looks totally different again. So that is the card. So if we bring in the original, so this is the original that's matted onto black and white card. So that's the original. And then what you do is you take this background like so, and then you mat this onto the inside. Come on, Tracy, pick it up. You mat this onto the inside of your card, because then you've got a background that fits perfectly. So we've created a 6.5 inch square card. So this is a 6.5 inch square card. That mat was, sorry, not the card blank. This piece here is 6.5 inches square. This is 6.5 inches square, and I've matted it onto black card, then onto white card. I just love it. And then you've got the inside that looks as good as the outside. Always take your time. to finish it off properly. Just to finish it off. And then you've just got to add some white splatters to your background. Just add some white splatters to your background. But you don't want them, you don't want too many. You just want a few of those white splatters. And that finishes your card. But I just think that's lovely. I love the fact that the inside looks just as nice as the outside, because I've used those same colours. But I wanted to give you 3 techniques that you can use with your inks, because I think that if you put your sentiment on there and maybe stamp the leaf, imagine if you've got the leaf here, you could stamp a bit of the leaf. It just finishes it off beautifully. And I just love it. It's so lovely to be back. Yes, and you decorate the envelope, Belinda. So I would just stamp the leaf in the red and the yellow onto the envelope, just so it all blended together. Just love it. Oh, you're very welcome, Anne. You're very welcome. And you've got lots of backgrounds. Where's the backgrounds gone now? You've got lots of backgrounds you can still play with. You've still got lots of backgrounds that you can still play with. So you could experiment with that. And you've got a different way, just something, use your inks, maybe just pick 3 colours. If you pick 3 colours, and then you can sort it. I will try this one this afternoon. Oh, bless you, Hope. Thank you very much, Hope. And thank you, everybody, for joining me. I love the lives. It's, for me, Tracy, that's what it is. It's the finishing touches. Sometimes I can create a card. I don't know about you. I can create a card and I look at the background and I think, ooh, I'm not sure about that. And then when I put the finishing touches on, I think, ooh, I really like that. So it does depend really about building the layers. I love the time, sharing time together. So I will be back with another Facebook Live. I just need to finish the garden this weekend because it's a tip. The garden's a tip. It was a brill work. Oh, bless you, Lee. Thank you. It's lovely to have your company. It really is. It's so nice to see everybody again. And, you know, I'm hoping you'll just have a little play with your ink pads, just so that you get them out and they're not gathering dust. Oh, you're very welcome, Sheila. I wouldn't do them if it wasn't for you. If it wasn't for you lot, I wouldn't bother, because at the end of the day, you know, it's the feedback that makes it worthwhile. So it is the feedback that makes it worthwhile. So I will see you all very soon, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. And I'll put this on YouTube for you. I'll put this on YouTube for you, and I will see you all after the weekend when I've done my gardening. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Thank you very much. Thank you, Janet. Thanks, Elizabeth. So I'll see you all soon. Oh, thank you, Jane. See you all soon, everybody. Bye for now. Bye, everybody. Bye. You're very welcome, Liz. You're very welcome.